Yo, what is good, fellas? Hope you boys are all having a great start to your Monday. We're back talking about the best free AKA champions to pick up and add to your team in Madden 25. Now, this is a video we like to update every single Monday. Reason being, the AKA promo is one of, if not the coolest weekly drops we get every single week. And knowing which AKA players are currently the best ones to pick up, add to your team, spend your tokens on, it can't hurt. Now, I will say a lot of you guys probably used your free AKA player last week with Dion Sanders. I mean, I definitely did, but even if you did, you can still use this as a top 10 best AKA champions to add to your team. Now, with the limited times, they're not going to be actually included on today's video, but don't worry, we give a shout to the top ones at the end of today's video. Without further ado, I'm going to slide on over to the catalog so we can take a look at the top 11 best AKAs. Yeah, so the amount of players we actually talk about every single week varies. This week, we're going to be talking about 11 specific cards. At number 11, I had to throw a quick shout out to Creed Humphrey Country Strong. Now, with the way the market's working and, I'm expecting an overall increase at some point within the next week or 2 weeks, a lot of these 88 overall players are going to drop under 100,000 coins. And when that is the case, that will be a good time to actually come in here and upgrade your offensive line. And while Creed Humphrey is a very good player, 87 strength, 88 pass block, 88 run blocking, 6'4", 302 pounds, he also does give +1 strength to your center. Off rip, he's probably going to be your starting center, but come like 2 months down the line, slide him into your backup and he offers that +1 strength to your starter. And the Chiefs theme team is a top tier theme team, and well, he is the current center for the Kansas City Chiefs. Sticking on the topic of Chiefs glazing, at number 10, I got Patrick Mahomes Showtime. Now, this Showtime Patrick Mahomes, we're just going to call him Patrick Mahomes. I'm not calling him Showtime. Sorry, not sorry. He's a top 8, 7 quarterback in the game. But when it comes to the AKA promo specifically, we have Andrew Luck, the captain, who is debatably the best quarterback in the game. So he had to fall down a little bit on today's video, but this card is still really, really good. 87 speed, great throw power, amazing accuracy, 6'2", 225 pounds. I mean, it is Patrick Mahomes we're talking about. The only knock people actually have on this card is that dumb-ass animation he makes when he's like audibling. But besides that, this card is legit. Taking a look over here at his glowing X factors, run and gun, backyard QB, and fearless. We've talked about this Mahomes card a lot over the last month and a half or so. I think backyard QB is probably the way to go with him. Regardless, abilities, no glowing X factors, whatever, Mahomes is a good card. And like I said for Creed Humphrey, the Chiefs theme team is really good, and well, where does Patrick Mahomes play football? Moving on to number 9, we got a Tennessee legend, a VFL, Reggie White. The only bad thing you can actually say about this card is speed, and I get it. I guess not a lot of edge rushers, but a few edge rushers we're getting in the game. Von Miller, Micah Parsons, Dwight Freeney, they're all coming in with 89 speed. And obviously, speed for me is the most important stat. And I'm sure a lot of you guys feel the same way. But everything else on Reggie White, the Minister of Defense, a staple to the AKA promo in general, is top freaking tier. 89 excel, 89 strength, 85 tackle, 92 block shed, 90 power move. When this card dropped, I was kind of a hater, I'll be honest, but then after seeing how this card plays, watching other people actually use this card, I'm like, all right, this guy is legit. 6'5", 291 pounds. I don't know if I've said this yet, but you could very easily pick up this Reggie White and put him in a defensive tackle, and he's going to be really good. Yeah, he doesn't have that 300-pound threshold you're looking for, but 291 is really close. 6'5" is a big body. 92 block shed, 90 power move, 83 speed, yeah, it might not be great off the edge, but in the interior, this guy is going to cause havoc. Gonna look at the glowing X factors quickly. Unstoppable force for 4 AP, it's cool, but 4 AP, I'm good. And then edge threat for 1 AP. Again, it's cool, but you don't need to run abilities on your defensive line. Moving on over to number 8 now. I got a player that when he dropped, again, another Division 1 hater of, and then a month or so later, I actually like the card. It's Ray Nitschke, Wild Man, 87 speed, 87 excel, 87 tackle, 89 block shed, and 90 hit power. He does have 70 zone coverage. 6'3" though, 235 pounds. Now, as a user, 6'3" size is considerably top tier. Obviously, we do have those 6'4", 6'5" guys, but 6'3" is not short. The only issue you can really make for this card right now is that 70 zone coverage, but you're picking up this card, you have to user on him. 87 speed, 6'3", 90 jumping. He is going to play really, really good for you. I also want to note, 90 change of direction. Change of direction actually matters on your user linebackers this year, and Ray Nitschke has a very high change of direction rating. I don't know if it's the highest out of all like top tier middle linebackers, but it is definitely up there. Again, though, 70 zone coverage is a little bit, all right, like what are you doing, EA? But besides that, this card is a dog. Now, if you guys know me, you know what I look for when it comes to B&D free players. Depth position, or offensive line. Can you guys guess who I have coming in at number 7? It's Terron Armstead, 89 overall, the terror. 89 strength, 89 pass blocking, and 89 run blocking. 6'5", 305 pounds. It's a left tackle. It's not a flashy pickup, but it is a big left tackle. We've been seeing a lot of left tackles drop, but don't worry, you can change him over to right tackle for 500 training. And like I said about Creed Humphrey, it's going to become time where you're going to want to upgrade your offensive line. I don't think that time is right now, but we are going to see an overall increase fairly soon. And when that happens, the 89 and 88 overall market is going to crash significantly. And when that happens, fellas, it's time to go update that offensive line. And Armstead is a good pickup then. He also does offer up +1 boost to impact and run blocking for wide receivers and tight ends. All right, so we're moving into the top 6 now, and every single one of these cards is a top tier player in the game. So yes, I have the brand new Albert or Icy Woods coming in at number 6. This is going to be an insane running back. The running back position is just not as valuable to me as the other positions we got today. 90 excel, 89 agility, 88 break tackle, 84 carry, 92 change of direction, 91 speed, and 90 trucking. He's coming in at 6'2". This card is going to be good. But like I said, the running back position is just so deep. There are so many running backs that can pretty much do exactly what Icy Woods is going to get done for you. I can't have him any higher on today's video. But again, if you want to use this card, none of these 90 overall AKAs are bad. They're actually they're all heaters. I think I said this last Monday, but the AKA promo has been so weird. We started off heaters. Maserati Marv, all of those first drop of AKAs, and then it just kind of fell off. We got some really mid 87s, the 86s, even some of the 88s are like, all right, EA, what are you doing? And then as soon as we hit the 90s, banger after banger after banger, and honestly, this week might not be the craziest names, but the cards are not going to disappoint. Speaking of the cards not going to disappoint, number 5, I got Booger or Anthony McFarland. This is a cool card. I don't think we've seen an Anthony McFarland Booger AKA card before, so I'm here for it. It's a defensive tackle. The defensive tackle position is one of the weaker position groups in the game. It's also not the most valuable position on your field, but this card hits every single threshold I look for, and therefore being a top 5 player in today's video. 90 excel, 89 block shed, 81 tackle, 89 strength, 84 speed from the inside is going to be so disgusting. With most feared part 3, we saw a DeForest Buckner. DeForest Buckner is 6'7", but he has 81 speed. Booger McFarland is 6 foot, 300 pounds. But he's coming in at 84 speed. He is going to be a monster in the middle. Now, I'm going to say it, if you guys haven't spent your AKA tokens for whatever reason, don't go out there and pick up any of these new cards with these tokens. But like spending coins or like ranking the top 10 best AKA, I guess top 11 today, AKA players, these 2 cards we got really good. I'm just a bigger fan of Booger. The top 4, though, from last week did actually change up. Last week, I had George Kittle coming in at number 4. This week, I'm going to have Andrew Luck, the captain. Reason being, we got Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson is really good. So is Andrew Luck. These top 4 AKA players, they're all top tier players in the game. I don't have anything bad to say about them. Luck, 87 speed, 91 throw power, 90 short, 90 medium, 92 deep. This is a top-tier quarterback, 6'4", 240 pounds. Now, the 90 overall AKAs do get some discounted abilities. Luck does get Gunslinger. I don't recommend running Gunslinger. I don't personally need it in my offense, but I know people like it. It's there. 4AP is just too costly for me. Number 3, though, is where we saw the switch up. George Kittle is moving up the ranks for me. We have seen, 2 to 3 good tight ends drop since George Kittle's release, and none of them are even close to passing George Kittle as the best tight end in the game. 91 speed, 91 catch, 90 short, 90 medium, and 80 run blocking, 6'4", 250 pounds. Madden is a high ball meta. George Kittle is a 6'4", 91 speed wide receiver who can also run block, who can also run routes, who can also be a tight end for you. This card is generational. There is a reason he is the most expensive player, I guess, from the AKA promo that isn't an LTD right now, and it's because he is that much better than the next best tight end. But when it comes to these top 10 video lists, I have to consider player and positional value need. I think defensive back is the most important position in the game, more important than quarterback. So, yeah, we have two DBs coming up at number 1 and number 2. At number 2, I think Denzel Ward is the second best DB in the game. Or not the second best DB in the game, the second best DB in the AKA promo. Fellas, we had an 8 a.m. exam. It has been a freaking day right now, but we're going to keep grinding through. 91 speed, 89 excel, 88 agility, 90 man, 90 zone, 87 press coverage. I've talked a lot about this card over, the last 2 weeks. The only knock on it, he doesn't actually get pick artist, but he does get it as a glowing X factor. So at the end of the day, it's right here for 1 AP. And the best AKA champion 2 times in a row, and I got a feeling it's going to be a while until he gets replaced or until we get 91 overalls, which could probably be next week. It's Dion Sanders prime time. Now, a few reasons why he's number 1. Stats. I mean, look at this card. 91 speed, 91 man, 91 zone. He's basically got +1 everything on Denzel Ward. 2, a little bit taller, 6 foot, 185 pounds. 3, he actually does get pick artist as an ability, 85 catching. It is going to cost you 2 AP, but at the end of the day, it's alright. 4, he can play kick returner for you. Kick returner, it kind of matters. For whatever reason, I have been getting crib called by Dion Sanders at kick returner. So if you have Dion, go put him in as your kick returner. He's going to be a dog. Now, I did promise you guys we'd quickly breeze through the limited time, so here we go. Andrew Luck, the captain. Is he the best quarterback in the game? I personally think so, but then again, I am super biased because I've used him for the last 2-3 weeks, and I'm having a good time with him. It's a good card, especially at this current price point. He is going down in price. Shout out Lamar Jackson. Dion Sanders is another really good card in this game, but not worth 1.7 million coins. Fellas, when it comes to spending this many coins on a player, I'm never here for it, but he's really good. 92 speed, 92 man, 88 zone coverage. For whatever reason, the champion card has better zone coverage. We'll talk about that later. Next up though, Reggie White, not worth his current price point. Wildman. When Wildman gets a Redux, whenever we see the 90 overall Reduxes, this is going to be a card I'm going to really like, but right now, at 823,000 coins, I'm passing. Fellas, that is everything we got this morning. I'll hit you boys back here at about 1:30, 1:45, talking about the content schedule. AKAs are live. We also do have a new team captain coming into the game today. Some cool things dropping later today, but until then, I love you guys. Peace. Have a good one.